Hello everyone. Through this video, we will discuss the importance of this keyword in Java. Before going to the depth of the video or the depth of the concept, let's understand why this keyword is required. So first of all, the most important thing this does, that is used to avoid name conflicts in the method or constructor. Okay. So let's see through the example that how the name conflict problem will be solved by this keyword. Use of this keyword in Java. So you are declaring a class and inside that you are declaring one variable. So let's give a better name. And here we are providing EMP ID as the employee ID, float salary, and then the name of the employee. Okay. So if I initialize the data members, I have to use the constructor. Okay. So for default constructor, I can write EMP ID equal to suppose 11, salary equal to 5000.55, F, name, suppose I am providing the name. Okay. So this is what the use of default constructor. Let's display the values of the employee. Okay. So the employee ID will print the EMP ID. Similarly, to display the salary of the employee, we have to print the value of salary field. Okay. Where we will write down the main method. Okay. So how to access the constructor? You will create the object of the constructor, object of the class, then the constructor will be called. Okay. So this is the way when we are assigning the value through the default constructor. Okay. Now if I'll assign the value through the parameter constructor, also you have discussed how to pass the value. Okay. So if you have any doubt regarding constructor or how to pass the values through default constructor or parameter constructor, you can refer to a previous video. Okay. So suppose I am writing the values here 11 comma done, and then within double quote the string name. Okay. Clear? So I have to remove everything from here. What I'll do, whenever I am passing the arguments from here while creating the object, I have to catch the arguments. Okay. So suppose I am giving the name integer ID, float sal, string nm. Okay. Now, our objective is not to initialize the id, sal, or nm, the local variables. Our objective is to initialize the instance variables present inside the object ob. Okay. So for that, you are passing the arguments while creating the object to make a call to the parameterized constructor. When the values are copied to id, now id is just an interface to pass the value to emp id. Similarly, salary and similarly your nm. Clear? Okay. So let's check what is happening, whether the work has been done or not. Okay. So Java C. What else? Okay, okay. So for better formatting, let's do this one. Compilation done successfully. Now you're running the program. Okay, we have not called the show method. Now you're getting all the values. Okay. So here the objective is, if the name of the local variables are different from the instance variable, then we don't have any problem. Problem will come whenever we'll provide you the same variable name. Okay. As for the instance variable. Clear? So we have to write down the same thing here. emp id, salary. Done. You are passing the values, whatever the name you are providing here, the same name you have to write down to initialize the instance variables. Okay. Now let's check what is the problem. So 11 is being passed to emp id, 5000.55 is passed to salary, 3 is passed to name, and we are expecting the same thing to be assigned to the instance variable, and those values needs to be reflected in the show method. Okay. So let's check. During compilation we don't have any problem. Okay. Now here the we can find the difference. So name equal to null, employee id equal to 0, and salary equal to 0.0. But you have passed the arguments while creating the object, but why that value has not been assigned here? Done. So whenever you are providing the same name as the instance variable and the local variable, now you are creating the object, and whenever the object is created, the constructor will be called. So constructor is nothing but it's a method. Like you are calling the show method ob.show. This name emp id salary belongs to ob. So same thing, whenever you are creating the object and the constructor is being called, and you are using the name of the variables, instance variables, then the JVM will consider this variable as the instance variable, not the local variable. Okay. And if you are not initializing the value, we have discussed in constructor chapter that if you have not initialized any value, as per the data type, JVM will provide you the default value. So the default value of integer is 0, float is 0.0, and string is null, and the same value is being assigned here, and you are getting as the output. Clear? So the problem arises whenever your instance variable name is same as the local variable inside the constructor. Clear? And what is that is what we have discussed, that this keyword avoids this name conflict, and we have faced the problem because of same name. So how this keyword will solve this particular problem? Okay. So we'll use the keyword this before the instance variable. Clear? Now, whenever you are writing this dot empid, this dot salary, this dot name, now JVM will understand wherever I have used the this keyword means it refers to the object. Okay. So whenever you are creating the object, constructor will be called. This is referring to the object which is currently created. Clear? So whenever you are writing empid only, so that means it will be considered as a local variable. Whenever you are writing this dot empid, JVM will know that now this is what the variable belongs to object, because this is currently pointing to the newly created object or for which the constructor has been called. Clear? Okay. So let's see the output whether it's working or not. Compilation done. Now I am getting the values, because the problem is with JVM. Okay. As a user, you are smart. Whenever you are writing the program, you know that this variable I am aiming to the local variable. Whenever I am writing this particular empid, I am targeting to the instance variable. But how JVM will differentiate that? JVM cannot differentiate between the names. JVM has to differentiate with respect to the syntax. So this keyword is used to the currently created object. So you are writing this means this is treated as ob.empid. You are writing this dot salary, this is considered as ob.salary. You are writing this dot name, it is considered ob.name for JVM. And the rest, whatever you are writing without this keyword, is considered as the use of local variable. Clear? So this is the first concept of, or the first advantage of this, that this will find the difference between same names. Okay, one for instance variable, one for the local variable. So the first point we have discussed, that is it is used to avoid the name conflicts in the method as well as constructor. Wherever you are providing the same name, suppose you are passing the argument where through the method. Okay, so if you are passing the argument through the method and you are providing the same name, then also this keyword can differentiate that. Okay, and the concept is same, because the constructor is also one kind of method. Okay, now second one, it is used to refer the current class instance variable. Okay, this is what, so this keyword is used to refer to the current class instance variable. How will know that? Let's create one more object. Okay, suppose ob1 here I have changed the values. Done. So let's see. Initially, whenever OB has been created, this points to OB. Whenever OB1 has been created, this should point to OB1. Otherwise, how this values will be assigned? Clear? Let's check this one. Okay. Better, let's write down one statement so that you can understand. Now, currently, this is pointing to which object? So before the print of every statement, I am giving a message so that you can also differentiate the use of this keyword. Okay, now check. This is the use of the first object. Whenever you have created OB, you are passing the arguments 3, 11, 5001, everything will be copied to the parameter constructor. There, if you are using this keyword, now that this will work for whom? For OB. Okay, but whenever you are creating OB1, now this will change to OB1. So that means whenever this is used, it is used to point to the currently created object's instance variable. Okay, so that's why we are getting the different output for different object. Clear? So you can check, it is used to refer the current class instance variable. Whenever you are creating the object, for that object, this is working and it is pointing to their instance variable, not to any others. Okay. Now, one more approach is, it is used to make the implicit call to the current class method. Current class method means what? Now I have to call one more method. Suppose the same example I am writing, void display method. Okay. And I am printing another method inside class. Okay. So here what I am doing, check, I am calling the ob.show method. So my control will come to this one. Okay. Now I want to call the display method inside the show method. Okay. So what I will do, I can directly write display. Okay. Let's check the output first. Done. Done. So value of first object, this output is coming. Then ob.show you are calling means the controller will come here. I am calling the display method inside the show method. So what will happen? You are calling to display. So show method. Show method is calling to display. Okay. So first this output will come. Once the body will be over for display method, then the rest of the things will execute for OB. Same thing, whenever you are calling ob1.show, you are calling to show. Show is calling to ob1. So your display. Display output will come. Then the rest part will execute for ob1. Okay. So that's why you are getting the output here. Another method of inside the class, then the values, another method inside class, then the values. Okay. But this concept can be modified by using this keyword also. Okay. This is one advantage, that if you are writing this dot display, this will also work. Okay. So you can write on here a message, another method named as display. Okay. So you are using this keyword to know whether both the concepts are same or different. So that means by using this keyword also you can call to another method of the same class. Okay. Let's check working. Yes. So first object, you are calling the display method, then the values for first object, then you are declaring the second object, you are calling the display method, then the values of the second object. Okay. Now what is the advantage here? If I want, I can call the display method anywhere inside the method. Okay. Done. So I can place or I can call the method from any place of the another method. Okay. So the next point also over, that it is used to implicitly call the current class method. Clear? So I can also pass values to the method also. Done. How? Let's check. Suppose inside the display method, I want to pass the organization name. Clear? So company name, suppose company Java. Okay. So whenever I am passing one value, I have to catch here string company. Okay. I am working at clear. Just to put the message. Okay. I am working at this company. Clear. So let's check whether it is acceptable or not. Clear. Yes, I am working at company, Java company. I am working at company, Java company. Clear? Okay. So that means I can call the method inside another method by using the this keyword, and also I can pass the arguments as per my requirement if it is required. Clear? Okay, done. So I can call the current class method along with argument, without also argument. Okay. Next, one more also, current class instance variable, how it is differentiating, that also you have seen. How to use the name conflict by using this keyword, the solution also you are getting. The last one is the current class constructor also I can call manually. Okay. So how to do that? Let's see the example. Suppose we are having a default constructor also. Clear? Done. So we are having a default constructor in our program. Clear? Now whenever I am creating the object, my parameter constructor will be called. Okay. So here, if you want, I can write this manually. Okay. If I am writing this manually, now what will happen? Let's check. Clear? So default constructor, then values. Clear? Then values of the second object, default constructor. Done. Okay. So what you are doing, whenever you are creating the object, you are creating the object here. Done. If I'll put the message before creating the object, then the format will be same. You can understand easily. Okay. So values of first object, then you are creating the object. Once you are creating the object, you will go to the parameters constructor. Definitely. Inside that, I am writing this. So what is the this? This means that it will point to the currently created object. So if I am calling this method, that means I am calling a method which is used to construct the object and without any argument. So which method will be called automatically? Obviously the default constructor will be called. So that means by using the this keyword, also I can call the default constructor, where any kind of prerequisite or the program also or the logic I can develop before executing the parameter constructor. Clear? Let's check once again. Compilation done successfully. Okay. So values of first object, for that, for default constructor is called, then the arguments. And then I am calling the method display inside source, that is also working. When the second object is created, again default constructor is called, then parameter constructor, then the show method, then the display method. Okay. So by using a single keyword this, I can operate a lot of things. Okay. But let's test one thing. Like I am calling this dot display at the end or any point. Can I write this at the end? No. Read the error. Call to this must be the first statement in constructor. Okay. You cannot call the constructor at any moment. So this is what the difference between calling the method by using this keyword or calling the constructor by using this keyword. When you are calling the method using this keyword, you can use it at any moment of time at any place. But whenever you are using this keyword to call the constructor, it has to be the first statement. You cannot be, it cannot be none other than the first statement. Clear? Done. Now like I am calling the default constructor, can I call to the parameters constructor? Let's check that one. Okay. So I am removing this one. writing here inside the default constructor. Okay, and what I am doing, all these values I am writing here. Clear? So that means what is happening, whenever I am creating object ob, which constructor will be called? The default constructor will be called. Okay, now whenever default constructor will be called, it will come here. Now by using this keyword, I am passing all those values, different values, to the parameterized constructor. Okay, so indirectly by using this keyword, I am using the parameterized constructor to initialize the instance variables. Okay, for the second object, I am calling the parameterized constructor directly. Okay, so for ob1, it will call parameterized constructor and the values will be initialized. Okay, so let's check, like we can call manually the default constructor inside the parameterized constructor. Can I call the parameterized constructor inside the default constructor? Yes or no? Okay, done. I'm getting the value, the value of the first object, calling the default constructor. Then inside the default constructor, I have passed the values to the parameter constructor, then initialize the arguments, and I'm calling the show method. Show method is calling the display method. Okay, for second object, directly I'm calling the parameter constructor automatically, then show method and the display method. Clear? So this is what the different usage of this keyword. I can differentiate the values. Okay, whatever the name conflict will be there, this keyword is used to differentiate that. Second, we have studied that I can call the method inside another method of the class. Third, for multiple objects, this this keyword is separate, because whenever any object is created, instantly this will point to that object. Okay, and whatever the arguments names you are writing, the arguments will belong to the currently created object. Okay, third, we have seen that how to call the methods inside another method by using this keyword. And the difference is, I can call the method of any class inside any method of the class at any place also. Last one, we have seen we can call manually to the constructor for the initialization object. Okay, inside default constructor, I can call parameter constructor. Inside parameter constructor, I can call default constructor. But the only important point you have to remember for constructor concept, that this should be the first statement to call the constructor inside the constructor. Okay, we cannot use different place, or we cannot keep the this keyword at different place other than the first statement of the constructor. Okay, so let's overview that. So you used to call manually the current class constructor. Okay, so this is what the use, that used to refer current class instance variable. We have seen the examples. Again, just I am overlooking it. So you have declared the instance variables here inside the employee class, and then the employee ID, salary, name, whatever the names you have given are same as the instance variable. Okay, now what you have done here, we have used the this keyword to distinguish between the local variable as well as the instance variable for the JVM. Then it will work as per our requirement. Okay, second, it is used to make implicit call to the current class methods. So you can see I am calling the display method inside show method by using the this keyword. Okay, so it will work, not a problem. Done. So I have just related to the previous example. If name, employee ID, and salary, everything is initialized, then I am using the show method to display one variable and display method to display the rest two variables. Okay, so I can use, or I can call the display method inside the show method by using the this keyword. Lastly, you can see that if I want, I can call the constructor manually, whether it's a parameter constructor or default constructor, inside another constructor or inside another method also I can call, not a problem. Okay, so variables are initialized and constructor is being called. Done. So as a beginner to Java, these are the maximum number of uses what we can learn. Okay, other than this, also more usage of this keyword is there, but it will be complicated for a beginner in Java programming. So you can keep the idea or can grab the idea through the example and through the video, and you can use whenever it is required. Mostly we use this keyword here whenever the same name normally we provide to the local variable and as well as to the instance variable. Okay, so thank you everyone.